Good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about something deeply important, the power of achieving your goals alone. While we often hear that teamwork makes the dream work, there's an undeniable strength in standing on your own, taking charge of your life, and achieving your goals without relying on others to pull you along. We live in a world that celebrates collaboration and cooperation, and rightly so. But there's a unique form of success that comes when you take responsibility for your own destiny. It's about creating a vision, building the discipline, and trusting in your ability to make things happen. When you decide that you're in control, you start to realize that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. Now, this isn't about shutting people out or turning your back on support. It's about recognizing the power of self-reliance. When you choose to work on your goals alone, you learn more about yourself and you become stronger, more resilient, and far more capable. You are the architect of your life. The moment you realize that your success or failure is entirely in your hands, you empower yourself. Blaming others for your circumstances or waiting for someone else to pull you along will only hold you back. Take ownership of your actions and your path. The first step to achieving anything is having clarity. You can't a target you can't see. Be specific with your goals. Know exactly what you want, when you want it, and why it matters to you. Your goals should be personal, driven by your own values and vision, not influenced by what others think you should want. Success doesn't come without hard work. When you decide to go it alone, you have to be willing to put in the hours, the effort, and the energy. The road to your goals will be long and challenging, but with a relentless work ethic, you'll keep moving forward, no matter what. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Motivation will come and go, but discipline will keep you on track when the excitement fades. Create habits that push you toward your goals daily and do them consistently, even when you don't feel like it. If you're going to achieve your goals alone, you must trust yourself completely. Doubt will creep and people will tell you it's not possible, but you must hold firm in your belief that you have what it takes. Self-belief is the foundation that supports all of your actions. When you're alone, you can't rely on others to solve your problems. You need to cultivate resourcefulness, the ability to figure things out, to find answers, to adapt, and to make things work with what you have. You're your own best resource. Fear and doubt will always try to stop you. It's part of the process. But when you achieve your goals alone, you learn to face those fears head on, push through them, and come out stronger on the other side. Each victory over fear makes you more confident in your ability. Obstacles will arise. Life will throw challenges your way. But if you're truly committed to achieving your goals, you won't let them stop you. Your commitment to your success must be stronger than any setback or challenge you face. Keep going, even when the going gets tough. Remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. While achieving your goals alone is rewarding, the growth, the lessons learned, and the person you become along the way are what truly defines success. Enjoy the process because it's shaping you into someone capable of even greater things. Taking full responsibility for your life is the most empowering choice you can make. It's a realization that the direction of your life is in your hands and that you are the one who determines where you go, how you get there, and how quickly you'll arrive. Too many people, unfortunately, fall into the trap of blaming external circumstances or other people for their situations. They point fingers at their upbringing, their job, their environment, or even the economy. But here's the truth. As soon as you begin to place the blame outside of yourself, you're giving away your power. The moment you take full responsibility is the moment you take back control. It's a decision that you are the one who will create the life you want. Yes, there will be things outside of your control, things that happen to you that you didn't ask for or didn't see coming. But how you respond to those things, how you choose to deal with them is entirely up to you. When you take full responsibility, you stop being a passive passenger in your own life and become the active driver. You realize that your choices matter, your actions matter, and your attitude matters. Everything in your life is a reflection of decisions you've made, whether it was a choice to stay in a situation too long, a decision to avoid challenges, or even the choice to procrastinate. But here's the good news. The moment you take full responsibility, you also take control of your future. You're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You're the creator of your reality. You start to ask better questions like, what can I do today to move closer to my goal? Instead of, why did this happen to me? Success, wealth, happiness, and fulfillment all begin with this core principle, taking responsibility. And once you do, you stop waiting for life to hand you opportunities or for someone else to give you permission. You create your own opportunities. You stop waiting for someone to fix things for you. You fix them yourself. Taking full responsibility means you acknowledge that no one is coming to save you. You're the one who has to put in the work, take the risks, and make the sacrifices. It's not always easy and it won't always be comfortable, but that's where the real growth happens. You learn to depend on yourself, to trust yourself, and to understand that your own decisions, more than anything else, are what shape your future. So don't wait for someone to hand you the life you want. Take full responsibility and start creating it today. When you do, you'll discover that the power was always in your hands. Setting clear, personal goals is the first step toward taking control of your life and achieving something meaningful. You see, if you don't know exactly where you're going, how can you possibly get there? It's like setting off on a long journey without a map or a destination in mind. You might wander for a while, but you'll never know when you've arrived at the right place. Goals give you a sense of direction. They are the map that guides your decisions, your actions, and your energy. When you set goals, make them personal. They should be driven by what you truly want, not by what others think you should want or what's fashionable at the moment. Your goals need to align with your values, your vision, and your desires for your life. When your goals are truly personal, they'll have a deeper meaning, and that's what will motivate you to stay the course, even when challenges arise. Clarity is the key here. You must know exactly what you're working towards. Vague goals like I want to be successful or I want to be happy simply don't work. What does success look like for you? What does happiness feel like? Is it a certain income level, a specific career or relationship or a lifestyle? The clearer you can make your goal, the easier it will be to create a path to get there. Once you've defined your goals, break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. You can't achieve a major goal overnight, but you can take small, consistent actions each day that will move you closer to it. This process turns an overwhelming dream into a series of achievable milestones. It also helps you measure your progress, which is essential for staying motivated and making adjustments when necessary. And don't forget about the why behind your goals. Why do you want to achieve them? What will they bring into your life? Your why is your fuel. It's what will keep you going when times get tough. If your goal is to get fit, for example, the why might be to feel more energetic, to improve your health, or to be able to keep up with your kids. The clearer you can make your reason for pursuing your goal, the more passion and determination you'll have to achieve it. Goals are also dynamic. They should evolve as you grow. Don't be afraid to revisit and revise them as you move forward. What you want today might not be the same thing you want a year from now, and that's perfectly fine. The important part is that you're always setting goals that push you to grow, improve, and challenge yourself. Never settle for mediocrity. Remember, success isn't just about having goals, it's about having clear personal goals that are meaningful to you and staying committed to them. So take the time today to think about what you truly want. Write those goals down, make them specific, and start taking action. The sooner you define where you want to go, the sooner you'll start moving in the right direction. When your goals are clear, the path to achieving them becomes much clearer too. A strong work ethic is the foundation of all success. You can have all the talent in the world, all the ideas, and all the potential, but if you don't put in the effort, none of it matters. The world doesn't reward potential, it rewards results, and results come from the work you put in. It's as simple as that. Now, building a strong work ethic doesn't happen overnight. It's developed through small, consistent actions and decisions, day after day, week after week. It's the decision to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. The great thing about a strong work ethic is that it doesn't require a special gift or talent. What it requires is the willingness to outwork everyone else. It's about pushing through resistance, sticking to the task, and never allowing distractions to take you off course. The best way to develop a strong work ethic is to begin with discipline. It's the little things, the daily habits that create the momentum you need to reach your goals. You may not always feel motivated, and that's okay. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is what will keep you going long after the excitement fades. When you develop a disciplined routine, you no longer wait for inspiration to strike. You simply show up, put in the work, and let the results follow. Having a strong work ethic also means being relentless about the quality of your work. It's not just about getting things done, it's about getting them done right. It's about taking pride in what you produce, even when no one else is watching. Whether you're putting together a business plan, working on a project, or learning a new skill, always strive to give your best. People notice quality. It's the work that's done with attention to detail, care, and commitment that stands out in the long run. A strong work ethic is also about persistence. Success doesn't come from doing a few things right. It comes from doing the right things over and over again with consistency and perseverance. There will be setbacks. You'll face challenges. But when you build a strong work ethic, you don't let those setbacks define you. Instead, you learn from them, adjust your approach, and keep going. Every failure is just a lesson in disguise, and every obstacle is an opportunity to get stronger and wiser. Another key part of a strong work ethic is time management. You can't afford to waste time if you're serious about achieving your goals. Time is your most valuable resource, and how you use it will determine your success. Learn to prioritize, eliminate distractions, and focus on what matters most. Time spent on meaningless activities is time that could have been invested in working toward your goals. And let's not forget the importance of working smart, not just hard. A strong work ethic isn't about mindlessly putting in long hours. It's about being strategic with your time and efforts. Work with purpose. Use your energy in the areas that will yield the greatest return. Efficiency is just as important as effort. In the end, a strong work ethic is the difference between those who talk about their dreams and those who achieve them. It's the secret ingredient that transforms ambition into accomplishment. When you develop a strong work ethic, you turn your goals into non-negotiable commitments and you make progress every single day. That kind of consistency and dedication is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. So if you want to achieve greatness, it's simple. Start today. Commit to putting in the work, no matter how hard it may seem, and let that work ethic carry you toward your goals. Because when you outwork everyone else, you'll find that success follows you like a shadow. Self-discipline is the key to turning your dreams into reality. It's not the most glamorous trait, but it's certainly one of the most powerful. When you become self-disciplined, you give yourself the ability to take consistent, focused action every day, regardless of how you feel in the moment. This ability to control yourself, to do what needs to be done, even when it's not easy or exciting, is what will take you further than you ever thought possible. You see, discipline isn't something that just happens, it's a habit you develop. It's about choosing to make the right decision every time, even when it's hard or uncomfortable. In fact, discipline is the ability to delay gratification. It's saying no to the immediate pleasures or distractions, and saying yes to what will move you closer to your long-term goals. And trust me, this isn't always easy. In a world full of distractions, instant gratification, and constant noise, choosing discipline over comfort can feel like swimming against the current. But the rewards, they're worth every bit of effort. The first step in developing self-discipline is creating strong, non-negotiable habits. It's about creating a routine that pushes you toward your goals. When you build the right habits, whether it's waking up early, exercising, reading, or working on your projects each day, you don't have to rely on willpower or motivation. Your habits carry you through, even when you don't feel like putting in the effort. In fact, the more ingrained your habits become, the less you have to think about discipline. It becomes part of who you are. Another crucial part of self-discipline is learning to say no. The world is full of distractions, and most of them are designed to pull you away from what truly matters. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to something that does. A disciplined person knows the power of saying no, whether it's to time wasters, negative influences, or even people who drain their energy. Saying no is a form of self-respect and a reminder of what's truly important. It's not about being rude or shutting others out. It's about protecting your time and energy so you can focus on what matters. Self-discipline also means taking responsibility for your actions. When you make a mistake or fail, a disciplined person doesn't make excuses or blame others, they own it. They look at where they went wrong, learn from the experience, and adjust their approach. Taking responsibility means you stop playing the victim and start playing the role of the creator of your own life. You get to shape your story, and that requires discipline. Sometimes self-discipline is about doing the things you don't want to do because you know they'll move you forward. It's about doing the hard work when no one's watching. Whether it's putting in extra hours, sticking with a task that isn't exciting, or pushing through frustration, the disciplined person doesn't quit. They understand that greatness comes from the ability to persevere when things get tough. But let's be clear about one thing: discipline isn't about being rigid or punishing yourself. It's about balance. You can have fun, enjoy life, and take time for rest, but self-discipline ensures that you're always staying aligned with your larger goals. It's about balance between work and rest, between pushing yourself and knowing when to step back. The key is consistency, not perfection. Finally, the beauty of self-discipline is that the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. In the beginning, it might feel like a struggle. It may require a great deal of effort to stay disciplined, but over time, it becomes second nature. You start to crave the results of your discipline, the sense of progress, the confidence that comes from accomplishing your goals, and the deep satisfaction of knowing you stayed true to your commitments. In the end, self-discipline is what makes success inevitable. Without it, all the talent and potential in the world mean nothing. But with discipline, you transform yourself into someone who is unstoppable. You start to build momentum, to gain mastery over your life, and to achieve things that others only dream of. So start today. Make that decision to become disciplined, to consistently show up for your goals, and to become the person who not only dreams but also does. When you master self-discipline, you master your life. Self-belief is the most powerful force you can have in your corner. Without it, no matter how much talent or ambition you possess, you'll never reach the heights you're capable of. When you believe in yourself, you unlock the strength to take risks, to push through challenges, and to pursue your goals with unwavering determination. The greatest achievements of our lives all begin with one simple, yet profound idea: I believe I can do this. Now, developing self-belief doesn't happen overnight. It's not about waiting for some magical moment when everything suddenly feels right. It's a process, a journey of growing into the person you need to be in order to reach your goals. It's about taking small steps toward your dreams, proving to yourself time and time again that you are capable, that you have what it takes, and that you will figure things out along the way. In the beginning, you may doubt yourself, you may question your abilities, wonder if you're good enough, or fear that you're not up to the task. That's normal. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the successful ones learn to ignore that voice of doubt. They make the decision that they won't let fear or uncertainty stop them from moving forward. And you can do the same. The key is to start before you feel fully ready. You can't wait until every doubt is gone or every obstacle is cleared. Confidence doesn't come from waiting, it comes from action. When you take action, you start to build confidence. Each step you take, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you are capable. And every time you face a challenge and overcome it, you strengthen that belief even more. It's like lifting weights at the gym. The more you push yourself, the stronger you get. The more you achieve, the more you'll trust in your ability to achieve even greater things. Another way to develop self-belief is to surround yourself with people who believe in you. The energy and influence of those around you matter more than you might think. Positive, supportive people lift you up, remind you of your potential, and encourage you to keep going when things get tough. And equally important, distance yourself from the naysayers, the critics, or anyone who fills you with doubt or negativity. Your self-belief grows when you expose yourself to the right influences, those who push you to see the best in yourself and in what you can achieve. But let's be clear, no one else can believe in you more than you believe in yourself. It starts with you. It's about training your mind to see possibilities instead of limitations. You need to understand that you have the power to create your own reality, to make decisions that will move you closer to your goals, and to face whatever obstacles lie ahead with confidence and resilience. Belief is the fuel that powers you to keep going when the road gets tough, to keep reaching when the end feels far away. One of the most effective ways to strengthen your self-belief is to recognize your past successes, no matter how small they may seem. Look back at the times when you faced adversity and came out stronger. Recall the moments when you pushed through discomfort, when you didn't give up, when you succeeded in ways you didn't think were possible. Those experiences are proof that you are capable, and they should serve as reminders that you have already proven yourself once. You can do it again and again and again. Finally, self-belief is about being kind to yourself. We all make mistakes. We all fall short at times. But the key is to treat yourself with compassion. Don't let a failure or a setback define you. Learn from it, adjust, and move on. The more you practice self-compassion, the more you'll build your confidence. The person who is kind to themselves, who embraces their flaws and imperfections, is the person who believes in their worth and their potential. When you develop self-belief, you develop an unshakable foundation for success. You become someone who doesn't back down in the face of adversity, who doesn't quit when the going gets tough, and who doesn't let fear or doubt stand in the way of their dreams. Self-belief is the fuel for persistence, for resilience, and for the drive to keep moving forward no matter what. And the truth is, when you believe in yourself fully, there is no limit to what you can achieve. So start today. Believe that you can and watch as you make the impossible possible. Being resourceful is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Life doesn't always hand us the perfect set of circumstances. The perfect tools, the ideal situation, or the right people may not always be available when we need them. But the truly successful people aren't the ones who wait around for the stars to align. They're the ones who figure things out, who learn to make do with what they have, to adapt to challenges, and to use their creativity and determination to find a way forward. The first step in becoming more resourceful is shifting your mindset. It's about going from a mindset of limitation to a mindset of possibility. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as opportunities to get creative, to think outside the box, and to grow. When you learn to approach every challenge with the mindset of how can I make this work? Instead of this can't be done, you open up a world of possibilities. Problems become puzzles, and every setback becomes a lesson in what works and what doesn't. Being resourceful means making the most of the resources you already have. You don't need a fortune to get started. You don't need a perfect plan or the ideal circumstances. You have skills, knowledge, time, and connections. Use them. If there's something you want to achieve, look at what's already at your disposal and figure out how to leverage it. Like, can you use your existing network to find someone with the expertise you need? Can you teach yourself a new skill to bridge the gap? Can you make a few small sacrifices to free up time and energy for the project at hand? Being resourceful is about looking at your life and saying, what do I have right now that I know that it's closer to my goal? Sometimes resourcefulness means finding solutions in the most unexpected places. It's about being open to learning from anyone, no matter their background or experience. It's about reading books, taking courses, or even asking for advice from people who have been where you want to go. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Learn from others who've walked the path before you and use their knowledge to help you avoid mistakes and speed up your progress. Resourcefulness also involves making the best use of your time. Time is one of the most precious resources we have, and how you manage it determines how far you go. When you're resourceful, you find ways to maximize your productivity. You eliminate distractions, you prioritize your efforts, and you focus on what's most important. You learn to work smarter, not harder. Instead of wasting time wishing for the ideal situation or the perfect tools, you figure out ways to make do with what you've got. It's all about being efficient and making every moment count. Being resourceful means developing the ability to pivot when things don't go according to plan. We all know that life rarely goes in a straight line. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and detours along the way. The key to being resourceful is being able to adjust your course without losing momentum. When something doesn't work out, instead of giving up, ask yourself, what else can I try? What have I learned that will help me move forward? What's the next step? This flexibility allows you to keep moving even when things don't unfold as you originally imagined. Another important aspect of resourcefulness is resilience. When things get tough, you have to be willing to keep going, to dig deep and find new ways to push through. Resourceful people don't give up when things get hard. They keep looking for solutions. They keep experimenting. They understand that failure is part of the process, and they know that each failure brings them closer to the answer they're seeking. When you're resourceful, you don't view obstacles as permanent. You see them as temporary challenges that you can navigate with the right attitude and a little creativity. Ultimately, being resourceful is about developing the mindset of a problem solver. Instead of seeing barriers, you see possibilities. Instead of saying, I can't, you say, how can I? It's about using what you have in new and innovative ways, being willing to learn, and finding solutions even when the path ahead seems unclear. It's about making the most of every opportunity, every tool, and every connection you have at your disposal. When you learn to be resourceful, you take control of your situation, and you turn challenges into stepping stones toward your success. So take a moment today to think about what you have in your life that can help you move toward your goals. Get creative. Find new ways to use your skills, your resources, and your network to make things happen. You have everything you need to succeed right in front of you. You just have to become resourceful enough to see it. Fear and doubt are two of the greatest obstacles you will face on your journey to success. They are universal. Everyone experiences them, but it's how you respond to them that will determine whether or not you reach your goals. These emotions are natural. They're part of the human experience. They arise whenever you step outside your comfort zone, whenever you challenge yourself to grow or take on something new. But while fear and doubt are natural, they don't have to control you. You can learn to face them, manage them, and ultimately rise above them. The first step to overcoming fear and doubt is understanding that they don't define you. Fear is not a sign of weakness. It's simply your mind's way of alerting you to something unfamiliar, something unknown. It's a response to change, growth, or uncertainty. And doubt is simply the voice in your head that asks, what if you fail? It's the voice that suggests you might not be good enough, capable enough, or ready enough. But here's the thing, fear and doubt only have as much power as you give them. When you acknowledge them, but don't let them dictate your actions, you take away their power. One of the most effective ways to overcome fear and doubt is to take action anyway. That's right, don't wait for the fear or doubt to disappear before you move forward. It never will. The truth is, fear and doubt will always be there in some form, but the more you push forward in spite of them, the less control they will have over you. It's like training a muscle. The more you face those uncomfortable feelings and move past them, the stronger you become at handling them. The key is to act. Every time you do something that scares you, every time you step into the unknown, you chip away at the grip fear and doubt have on you. Another critical aspect of overcoming fear and doubt is to change your perspective. Rather than seeing fear as something to avoid, learn to see it as a signal that you're on the right path. If you're not feeling a little fear, you're probably not challenging yourself enough. Fear is often a sign that you're growing, that you're stretching your limits, and that you're stepping into new territory. Embrace it. Understand that fear is part of the process, and it's a sign that you're seeing yourself towards something bigger. The best things in life lie on the other side of fear. Doubt, on the other hand, is often rooted in a lack of self-belief. It's important to recognize that doubt doesn't come from reality. It comes from insecurity and fear of failure. One way to combat doubt is by reflecting on your past successes, no matter how small. Look at everything you've accomplished up until now. Remember the challenges you've faced, the goals you've achieved, and the obstacles you've overcome. Remind yourself that you've done hard things before and you can do them again. The more you build evidence of your capabilities, the less room there will be for doubt to take hold. One thing that will help you push through fear and doubt is to develop a strong why. When your purpose is clear, when you know why you're doing what you're doing, you'll find that fear and doubt become easier to manage. When you are deeply connected to your goals, when your why is bigger than the fear you're feeling, you will find the courage to move forward. Your why will fuel you during moments of uncertainty, and it will help you stay focused even when doubt creeps in. The clearer and stronger your why is, the less power fear and doubt will have over you. Another powerful tool in overcoming fear and doubt is to take the pressure off yourself. It's easy to get paralyzed by the idea that everything needs to be perfect. But perfection is an illusion. Instead of thinking about the end result, focus on the process. Understand that failure isn't the end, it's simply part of the learning process. Every mistake, every misstep is a lesson in disguise. The more you view mistakes as opportunities to grow, the less fear and doubt will be able to stop you. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Finally, remember that fear and doubt are temporary. They may feel overwhelming in the moment, but they will pass. Every time you take action in the face of fear, you chip away at its power. Each time you push through doubt, you build more confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Fear and doubt are part of being human, but they don't have to define your journey. It's what you do in the face of them that matters. So if you want to overcome fear and doubt, take action. And remind yourself of your why. Change your perspective on fear and don't let doubt control you. Embrace the discomfort and know that with every step you take, you're not just moving closer to your goals, you're becoming the person you need to be to achieve them. Fear and doubt may show up, but you're the one who gets to decide if they hold you back or fuel you forward. And when you choose to rise above them, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Staying committed, no matter the obstacles, is the hallmark of anyone who achieves greatness. The road to success is rarely smooth. In fact, it's often filled with bumps, detours, and challenges that make you question whether it's even worth it. But the key to overcoming those obstacles isn't in avoiding them, it's in staying committed to your vision, your goals, and your purpose, regardless of the difficulties that may come your way. Commitment means that you've made a decision and you stick to it no matter what. It's about having a deep, unwavering resolve to keep going, even when things get tough. It's easy to stay committed when everything is going well, when the path is clear, and when success feels just around the corner. But the true test of commitment comes when things don't go as planned, when challenges arise, and when it feels like success is slipping further out of reach. That's when most people give up. But if you want to succeed, you have to be the person who doesn't quit when things get difficult. The first step in staying committed is having a clear vision. If your goal isn't clear, if you don't know exactly what you're working toward, it's easy to get discouraged when obstacles appear. You have to know why you're doing what you're doing. What's the end result you're working toward? What's the reason behind your actions? When you have a clear vision, it becomes easier to stay committed because the vision itself pulls you forward. It gives you something to hold on to when the going gets tough. It keeps you focused on the bigger picture, even when the smaller details feel overwhelming. But commitment isn't just about having a vision. It's also about taking consistent action. When obstacles show up, they often lead us to doubt ourselves. It's easy to get stuck in the what ifs and I can't thoughts that plague us when things don't go as planned. But the key is to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Even if the progress is small, consistency wins in the long run. It's the person who shows up every day, no matter what, who makes real progress. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the ones with the most talent or the best circumstances. They're the ones who just keep going when the going gets tough. Staying committed also means learning how to handle setbacks. Every successful person has faced failure, rejection, and disappointment. That's just part of the journey. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they handle those setbacks. If you let failure stop you, it will. But if you view failure as feedback, as an opportunity to learn and grow, it becomes part of the process. Every time you encounter an obstacle, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of seeing setbacks as reasons to quit, see them as stepping stones that teach you valuable lessons on your path to success. Another key element of staying committed is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back when things don't go as planned. It's the ability to stay focused on your goal, no matter how many times life tries to knock you down. When you're committed, you understand that life will throw curveballs, that you will face difficulties, and that things won't always go your way. But resilience means that you can handle adversity. You can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Resilience is what allows you to look failure in the eye and keep going. It's the ability to weather the storm and remain steadfast in your pursuit. Another important part of commitment is knowing that it requires sacrifice. You won't always be able to do what's easy or comfortable. Staying committed means making choices that align with your goals, even when those choices require giving up something else. You might have to forgo certain comforts, put in extra hours, or make difficult decisions. But every sacrifice you make is an investment in your future success. When you truly commit to your goals, you're willing to pay the price in time, effort, and sometimes even in relationships. It's about understanding that success requires investment and being willing to give what it takes. Staying committed, no matter the obstacles, also requires you to surround yourself with the right people. Your environment plays a huge role in your ability to stay the course. If you surround yourself with people who encourage you, who support your dreams, and who push you to be your best, it becomes easier to stay committed. On the other hand, if you spend time with people who doubt you, who criticize you or who discourage you, it becomes much harder to keep going. Seek out relationships that lift you up and help you maintain the focus and drive you need to reach your goals. The most important thing to remember is that commitment is a choice. You have the power to decide how much you're willing to give, how much you're willing to endure, and how much you're willing to sacrifice for your dreams. It's not about being lucky or waiting for the right circumstances. It's about choosing to stick with it no matter the obstacles. So make that choice today. Decide that you will remain committed to your goals no matter what challenges arise. When you do, you'll discover that there's nothing that can stand in your way. Obstacles will come, setbacks will happen, but your commitment will carry you through. Success is not for the faint of heart. It's for the determined, the resilient, the committed. And when you stay committed, you will find that success is not just possible, it's inevitable.